Peppa Pig and the Melting Cake. Peppa is very excited about the cake, especially on a sunny day like this. But the sun has its own plans for the cake. The cake seems to be changing shape right before their eyes. Peppa tries to save the cake, but the sunshine doesn't cooperate. Even though it's no longer perfect, the cake still looks delicious. Huh? Peppa and George learn that sometimes fun doesn't need to be perfect to be sweet.
Mummy Pig teaches Peppa to share toys. Today, Peppa got a brand new dancing dinosaur. George wanted to play too. Peppa hugged her toy tightly, not wanting to share. George looked sad. Mummy Pig said softly, "Sharing makes toys more special, Peppa." Peppa thought for a moment, then smiled and gave the toy to George. They laughed together. Daddy Pig cheered. See? Sharing brings more fun. The family laughed together. Sitting on the porch, Peppa hugged George and realized that sharing is the best way to love. Peppa and George stood on the grass, seeing a big banner. Funny dance contest. George did a flip in the air, making Peppa laugh happily. Peppa tried dancing to the music, but slipped on a leaf, both of them laughing uncontrollably. Daddy and Mummy Pig stood beside them, clapping and cheering them on. Finally, Peppa and George received their medals, and the whole family hugged and laughed together.
Peppa Pig and the strange noisy clock. Everything is very quiet until Peppa and George hear a strange sound they have never heard before. It turns out to be a clock, but not an ordinary one. It's big, it's loud, and it clearly loves attention. Every time the clock hand moves, the whole garden seems to wiggle along, and Peppa finds it very exciting. George decides to touch it. The clock immediately responds with an even louder sound, very much its own style. No one knows what this clock is really for, but it is very good at turning everything into a game. In the end, the clock becomes quiet, and Peppa and George realize that time goes fastest when you're having fun.
Never thought that an afternoon walk would turn into a disco under the streetlight. This streetlight is like a DJ, and soon enough Peppa became the main dancer of the party. This might be the new dance craze in the park, and maybe only Peppa can do it like that. After non-stop dancing, Peppa decided to stop. But the street light didn't know what giving up meant. In the end, Peppa realized one thing. The street light in the park never stops partying. But Peppa could finally go home. The fun ended, but Peppa would never forget those offbeat dance moves in the park. Peppa Pig and the Mushroom Picking Adventure. Peppa and George took baskets into the forest. Daddy and Mummy Pig followed, everyone excited to explore. Peppa saw brown mushrooms growing on the grass, pointed and cheered. George jumped with joy. Daddy Pig showed Peppa how to pick mushrooms gently. Mummy Pig took photos. George picked a big mushroom, dropping smaller ones. Peppa laughed and helped him pick them up. The family placed mushrooms into their baskets, laughing the forest fresh and green. The family left the forest with full baskets. Mummy Pig promised to make a delicious mushroom soup. Peppa and George were watching the clouds, and today there was a special cloud, a cloud bus. Who needs a real bus when with just imagination, Peppa and George are already flying high? The clouds looked like strange creatures, and Peppa couldn't stop imagining they were dancing with her. Not just a cloud bus, now there's a cloud elephant greeting them. The ride through these clouds was magical, and they met even more cloud friends. Although the journey was just in their imagination, Peppa and George had an unforgettable adventure. Peppa and the shared raincoat. It's a rainy day. Peppa wears her raincoat, but George forgot his. George looks cold and sad. Peppa worries for her little brother. Peppa smiles and pulls George under her coat. They giggle together. Mummy Pig brings another coat. You're so sweet when you share. After the rain, the family watches a rainbow. Peppa says, sharing makes everything warmer, even rainy days. Peppa Pig at hospital. Oh no, Peppa Pig is feeling very sick today. She has a high fever, and Mummy Pig is terribly worried. Daddy Pig and Mummy Pig quickly help Peppa into the car and drive straight to the hospital. Outside the examination room, Mummy Pig and Daddy Pig wait anxiously, their faces filled with worry. Inside, the doctor checks Peppa carefully and prepares medicine for her. Slowly, drop by drop, the medicine flows into Peppa's body, helping her fever go down and easing her discomfort. When the doctor comes out, Mummy Pig and Daddy Pig rush to ask about Peppa's condition. Then everyone goes together into the room to see her, and there she is. Peppa is feeling better and sleeping peacefully. Mummy Pig and Daddy Pig finally smile again. They laugh softly with relief. They were so worried. But luckily, Peppa is absolutely fine. Peppa's magical camping night. Today, Peppa's family goes camping by the forest.
Whoa.
Peppa and George roast marshmallows. So yummy. As the stars twinkle, Peppa gazes at the sparkling night sky. Daddy Pig tells a funny, spooky story, making everyone laugh. Under the moonlight, the family falls asleep, dreaming of more adventures. Peppa and George decided to join a race. But not an ordinary race, it's a trash truck race. Trash trucks may not be fast, but Peppa and George can do anything when they're determined. The race gets more exciting as both trucks speed through obstacles. However, no race is without surprises, and Peppa couldn't escape this trap hole. No one wins when there are too many obstacles, but at least both had fun. The race ends, but Peppa and George realize that having fun is more important than anything else. Peppa Pig and the Little Paper Boat. Peppa makes a paper boat and places it in a puddle. George watches the boat drift slowly. A breeze pushes it forward, and they run after it. In their imagination, the boat becomes big and carries them along sparkling water. The wind stops, and they pick up the little boat, smiling. Peppa Pig and the Secret Room. Peppa is happily playing in the living room when she suddenly discovers a small hidden door behind the curtain. She wonders what surprises might be inside. Peppa pulls George close and opens the secret door. Both siblings step into the dimly lit room, hearts racing with curiosity, light peeking through the tiny window. Peppa and George quickly run down the stairs, and right at the bottom, they find a pile of old toys, cars, dolls, and the toys they once loved. Peppa and George eagerly approach the pile, their eyes lighting up with joy as they reminisce. Together, they gather the toys and head back to the living room to show Mummy Pig and Daddy. Mummy Pig walks in and smiles at the sight of Peppa, and George happily playing with the old toys. She smiles with warmth and happiness. The whole family sits together in the living room, reminiscing about the fun memories with the old toys. Laughter fills the room, bringing everyone even closer. Peppa and the Little Paper Boat. After the rain, Peppa folds a paper boat. She sets it on the puddle, and it begins to float. The wind makes the boat move around like magic. Daddy Pig blows gently to make it go faster. The family relaxes together on the porch, talking about the boat's adventure.
Peppa Pig and the Secret Garden Map. While playing in the garden, Peppa and George discover a mysterious piece of paper. Peppa opens it and realizes it is a hand-drawn map filled with strange symbols. They follow the map through the garden, exploring familiar places in a new way. Under a big tree, they uncover a small hidden box. Wow! The box reveals colorful stones, ending the little adventure with warm smiles.
Peppa and the Lighthouse Adventure. Today, Peppa's family is going on a boat trip. They are very excited to visit a special lighthouse. A very large boat was anchored at the harbor. George quickly got on board.
Hello! Let's go!
The boat glides over the waves. The cool wind and the sparkling sea make the trip even more fun. Suddenly, some seagulls fly by. Peppa and George waves and laughs with delight. There it is! The lighthouse appears, tall and shining over the wide blue sea. Daddy Pig opened the door, and the whole Peppa Pig family went inside the lighthouse. Peppa and George follow Mummy and Daddy Pig up the stairs. It's a long climb, but everyone is having fun. Wow! Such a huge lighthouse lamp! From the top, the ocean looks endless. Peppa sees how the lighthouse guides boats safely across the sea. It was a wonderful trip. Peppa's family had a day full of joy and adventure at the lighthouse. Peppa Pig and the Dance Day Adventure. Peppa and George stood in the living room. Daddy and Mummy Pig prepared music.
Wow!
Peppa bounced to the music. George spun around happily, both smiling brightly. Daddy Pig tried to dance along, stumbled a bit. Peppa and George giggled. Mummy Pig helped Daddy Pig keep the rhythm. Peppa and George danced around, clapping to the music. Peppa and George danced continuously, spinning and raising their hands. The whole family laughed joyfully. The family sat together on the couch, relaxing after dancing, laughing, and resting happily.
Peppa Pig and the Shape-Shifting Box. A large cardboard box appears in the middle of the living room. For Peppa, even an ordinary box can be exciting. The box starts to move as if it's going for a walk. imagination, the box turns into a train. Moments later, it becomes a spaceship flying into space. Sometimes the simplest things can bring the biggest joy.
Peppa and George's walk today suddenly turned into an adventure with a giant balloon. The balloon flies easily, but does Peppa have enough strength to hold on? Don't worry, Peppa. George won't let you fly too far. Or at least, that's what she hopes. Go! And then, the balloon takes Peppa higher. No way to come back. Peppa realizes that a flight isn't always smooth, but at least it's fun. Finally, the balloon gently lands Peppa back on the ground, and George is ready for his next race with the balloon. Rainy night incident. Peppa Pig and Daddy Pig are driving through the dark, rainy night. Raindrops fall harder and harder. The car slides across the wet road and hits a big tree beside the path. Luckily, Peppa and Daddy Pig are safe. But the car, oh dear, it's completely broken. A phone call goes straight to Police Pig. The police car zooms through the stormy night to reach Peppa and Daddy Pig as fast as possible.
Aha!
Mr. Bull's brother arrives with his tow truck. The big tow truck lifts the broken family car, ready to take it back for repairs. Peppa Pig and Daddy Pig sit safely in the police car and make their way through the rainy night together. Peppa Pig and the hospital incident. It's a peaceful morning, and Mummy Pig is riding with Peppa and George in Mr. Panda's car. Today, Mr. Panda is taking the family to the hospital for Mummy Pig's pregnancy checkup.
Bye-bye.
When they arrive, Dr. Dog and Nurse Rabbit come out to welcome them. But something seems wrong. Nurse Rabbit doesn't look well at all. Oh no, she suddenly faints. Peppa rushes over to check on her. While Mummy Pig gently wipes the sweat from Nurse Rabbit's forehead. Dr. Dog quickly goes to get some medicine, hoping it will help her recover. At last, everyone breathes a sigh of relief, and the whole group shares a warm, happy smile now that everything is okay. Peppa Pig and the Musical Puddle. Peppa and George discover a sparkling puddle after the gentle rain.
Wow!
George jumps in, and a soft ting sound rings out. Peppa jumps into another spot, creating a second playful sound. They hop around making a funny little melody together. The whole family joins in, creating their cheerful puddle concert. One night camping in the woods. Today, Peppa's family is going camping in the green forest. Daddy Pig puts up the tent, while Peppa and George help with the sleeping bags. Mommy Pig prepares a tasty meal outside the tent. The pigs' parents arrange the food, and Peppa and George pick up firewood. With the fire crackling, the family roasts marshmallows and laughs together. Starry sky, Daddy Pig shows everyone. Peppa and George look up and learn to spot the shining stars. Daddy Pig tells a joke that makes the whole family burst into laughter. Peppa and George are sleeping in a cozy tent. Mother Pig is cleaning up, and Father Pig is adding more wood to make the fire burn brighter. The camping day ends with warm giggles and a good night's sleep in the little tent. Peppa Pig and the Mysterious Ladder. Peppa and George notice a small ladder leaning against the wall, curious where it leads. They climb up, hearts racing with excitement to discover the secret above. At the top, they find a small chest filled with old toys and storybooks. They open the chest, laughing and marveling at each item with sparkling eyes. Daddy Pig and Mummy Pig join them, and the whole family plays together, enjoying a warm, happy time. Peppa helps Mummy Pig clean the house. Peppa and George are happily playing in the living room with toys scattered all over the floor. The room looks so messy. Mummy Pig walks in, looks around the messy room, and decides it's time to clean up. Peppa and George quickly say, "Let us do the cleaning ourselves." The two little ones start picking up toys and putting them into baskets. When they finish, Mummy Pig feels so proud of them. Gentle giggles fill the warm, cozy room. Hearing the laughter, Daddy Pig peeks in curiously. Oh no! He steps on George's toy car. It looks so funny. Peppa, George, and Mummy Pig burst out laughing. While Daddy Pig looks confused about why that toy is there. Peppa and George were walking when they discovered a mysterious vegetable garden with tall, colorful plants. George curiously touched a giant carrot, while Peppa picked up a pumpkin almost as big as her head.
Wow!
Mummy Pig entered the garden, smiling and said, "Look, kids, these vegetables are really special." Peppa and George played hopping through the tall plants, laughing joyfully across the garden. Daddy Pig appeared with a small cart so the whole family could harvest the vegetables together. Finally, the whole family stood in the garden, admiring the colorful pumpkins, carrots, and greens, happily taking a family photo. Peppa Pig and the dream of flying to the stars. Peppa was sleeping in bed, moonlight shining into the room, eyes closed. Peppa dreamed she was floating in the sky among the stars. George appeared in the dream, both flying past the sparkling stars. Wow! Peppa and George played among the constellations, spinning and holding hands. Peppa woke up, smiling, looking out the window at the moon and twinkling stars, dreaming of her next adventure.
Peppa Pig and the Trash Can Race. Peppa and George discover old trash can vehicles in the yard and come up with a fun idea. Peppa jumps onto a trash can vehicle while George watches curiously. Let's go! The race begins. Peppa's trash can zooms ahead. George follows closely, both cheering happily. George accidentally crashes into a pile of toys, making Peppa giggle as she races past. Yahoo! The race ends with laughter as the whole family enjoys the moment together.
Peppa and George brought the big building block set from the house to the yard, excited to start the game. Mommy Pig spread a large blanket on the grass, making it comfortable for Peppa and George to play with their Lego. Peppa started building a beautiful castle with the large blocks, while George carefully placed the smaller pieces around it. Daddy Pig joined in, trying to build a tall tower with the blocks, making the whole family laugh. Mummy Pig added special blocks to the castle, creating flags and flowers, and the whole family clapped and cheered. The family sat around the Lego castle, laughing happily and taking photos of their wonderful creation. Peppa Pig and the Forest Walking Adventure. Peppa and George walked along the forest trail, Daddy and Mummy Pig following, with trees green on both sides. Peppa spotted a yellow butterfly flying. George pointed excitedly. Daddy Pig slid lightly on a wet branch. Peppa and George giggled. Mummy Pig picked some wild strawberries and gave them to Peppa and George, both laughing happily. The family stood on a hilltop, looking at the green forest, holding hands and laughing happily. Peppa learns to count. It is a sunny morning. Peppa and George are playing with a ball in the garden. Daddy Pig is sitting on a chair, reading the newspaper. Oh dear! the ball rolls away and into the vegetable garden. Peppa and George run to find the ball. But wait, there are so many fresh orange carrots. There's a way to find out how many carrots there are by counting them together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wonderful! There are 5 carrots in total. Rebecca Rabbit comes hopping by. She is very happy to see the carrots.
Wow!
Today, Peppa and George learned how to count. When you learn something new, it can be fun, and it makes you clever every day. Peppa and George are ready for the dance contest. But there's a secret. Not everyone knows how to dance like Peppa. Never doubt Peppa's creativity, even if it's a super spin move instead of a dance step. George isn't any less. It's just that he hasn't fully developed his shoestring dance potential yet.
Hello.
Sometimes a graceful dance ends with a free fall, at least for the bunny. Whether winning or losing, what matters is everyone can laugh and dance happily. With Peppa, every day is a day to dance and laugh out loud. Peppa and George were amazed when a giant ball rolled toward them. The ball was too big, but Peppa didn't give up and decided to push it. The rolling ball created funny circles, making Peppa laugh non-stop. George joined in, helping Peppa to control the giant ball together. When the ball hit a puddle, huge splashes sprayed everywhere, making them laugh even more. Finally, they realized that sometimes the greatest fun is just a giant ball and your own laughter. Peppa helps Mummy Pig clean the house. Peppa and George are happily playing in the living room with toys scattered all over the floor. The room looks so messy. Mummy Pig walks in, looks around the messy room, and decides it's time to clean up. Peppa and George quickly say, "Let us do the cleaning ourselves." The two little ones start picking up toys and putting them into baskets. When they finish, Mummy Pig feels so proud of them. Gentle giggles fill the warm, cozy room. Hearing the laughter, Daddy Pig peeks in curiously. Oh no! He steps on George's toy car. It looks so funny. Peppa, George, and Mummy Pig burst out laughing. While Daddy Pig looks confused about why that toy is there. Peppa and George were playing in the garden when they spotted a giant toy car rolling toward them. George quickly climbed into the toy car, took the wheel, and laughed happily as the car started rolling. Peppa tried to chase the car, but it was too fast, making her run after it. Mummy Pig saw them and reminded, "Be careful, don't let the car roll too far." Peppa and George took turns driving the toy car, going over small tree stumps in the garden. Finally, the toy car stopped, and Peppa and George got out, laughing joyfully from their fun adventure. Peppa's crazy new car. Today, Peppa's family is spending a lovely day together. Daddy Pig says they're going to visit Granny and Grandpa Pig.
Go, go, go!
The little red car drives happily down the road. But oh dear, the car is broken down. Daddy Pig has an idea. They'll go to Mr. Raccoon's garage for help. Mr. Raccoon is very friendly and starts fixing the car right away.
Hello!
While waiting, Peppa's family borrows another car. Peppa chooses a big dinosaur car, but it's far too small inside. So they switch to a black car that fits everyone perfectly. The family continues their trip to visit Granny and Grandpa Pig. Later, Mommy and Daddy Pig return to the garage to pick up their car. Mr. Raccoon waves goodbye, and the little red car drives happily down the road once again. Peppa at school. Today, Peppa and George are going to school. Everyone is ready for a fun day of learning. Peppa Pig and George said goodbye to Daddy Pig and went to class. Inside the classroom, Peppa is happy to see her friends again. Everyone greets each other with big smiles. Today's first activity is to learn letters. The children eagerly repeat each sound. Next, it's time to activities drawing. Peppa draws a lovely house, while George, of course, draws a dinosaur. Rebecca Rabbit drew a picture of her family. After lessons, the children go outside to play. Laughter fills the playground as they enjoy their time together. The school day is over. Peppa waves goodbye and looks forward to another fun day tomorrow. Peppa Pig and the Rainy Day Adventure. Peppa and George put on raincoats, ready to explore the rainy day with their parents. Peppa jumped into a puddle. George followed. Daddy Pig joined in happily. Mummy Pig held an umbrella, guiding Peppa and George, raindrops sparkling on the leaves. Peppa spotted a frog hopping in a puddle. George cheered. Peppa clapped her hands. The family jumped into bigger puddles, laughing, water splashing everywhere. The family went home, wet but happy. Daddy Pig promised to make delicious hot chocolate. Peppa Pig and the giant leaf in the wind. While playing outside, Peppa and George suddenly see a giant yellow leaf fall in front of them. Peppa picks it up, but a strong gust of wind blows it right out of her hands. George quickly chases after the leaf, with Peppa laughing and running behind him. The leaf spins through the air and lands gently near a flower bush. They pick up the leaf and run to show it to Mummy Pig, feeling happy and excited. Peppa and George were walking near a sparkling crystal clear lake.
Whoa!
Peppa set a paper boat out on the water, and George watched it float gently. Daddy Pig brought a small paddleboard, suggesting they could have a boat race. Peppa and George paddled lightly, laughing as their boat glided across the lake. Mummy Pig stood by the lake, taking pictures and reminding them, "Don't go too far." Finally, the whole family stood by the lake, admiring the sparkling water and enjoying a peaceful moment. A rainy day at the beach. Today, Peppa and her family are going to the beach. Everyone is excited to build sandcastles. Peppa Pig family has arrived. The beach weather is beautiful today. Peppa and George start building a big sandcastle. Yeah! The Daddy Pig is starting to swim.
Whoa!
Peppa and George excitedly ran down with Daddy Pig. But suddenly, the sky grows darker. Black clouds and a rainstorm came. Oh dear, the rain starts pouring down. The family quickly rushes to pack up and head to the car. Inside the car, they are safe and dry, listening to the raindrops tapping on the roof. Peppa learns that even if the rain stops their play, being together makes the day special and fun. Peppa and the toy treasure chest. Peppa finds a strange little chest buried in the sand. Everyone gathers around curiously, surprised and delighted. They huddle together as Peppa opens the chest.
Ooh.
Inside are many toys. Each friend takes one and giggles happily.
Yay!
They run around playing joyfully with their new treasures. By sunset, they all head to Peppa's house, still bouncing with excitement. Peppa Pig and the Starry Night. The night sky unfolds, deep blue and sprinkled with twinkling stars. Peppa and George sit on the porch, eyes wide with wonder. Daddy Pig brings out a small telescope. Peppa and George jump excitedly, ready for their starry adventure. They sit on the roof, peering through the telescope at the distant stars, sparkling like diamonds. A shooting star streaks across the sky. Peppa and George point excitedly, eyes filled with delight. Mummy Pig steps out and stands beside Daddy Pig, amazed as the sky fills entirely with shooting stars. Under the gentle moonlight, Peppa and George hold their parents' hands, feeling peaceful and happy on this magical night. Peppa Pig and the Fishing Day Adventure. Peppa and George brought fishing rods to the lake, Daddy and Mummy Pig following, the lake sparkling in the sun. Peppa cast her line into the water. George watched the surface, eagerly waiting. Daddy Pig accidentally dropped his fishing rod into the lake. Peppa and George giggled. Peppa caught a flower floating on the water. George cheered, and the whole family laughed with delight. The family packed up. Peppa and George waved goodbye to the lake, promising to come back next time. Start the day with a battle. Against the office door. That always says card not recognized when you're in a rush. Welcome to the extreme game called Swipe In on Time or You're Fired. Barely sat down and already attacked by the ancient enemy. A system update during rush hour. In Office Land, a light desk tap could be mistaken for a full-blown rebellion. Each minute crawls like a century, yet vacations are always buried under 200 emails. End your workday with the ancient art of disappearing right before the final meeting. Peppa and George couldn't believe their eyes.
Wow.
A giant truck was parked right in their yard. This truck is not only big but full of strange things inside. Peppa is curious and wants to try them all. George tried to push the giant wheel, but he might need a bit more strength to move it. No worries. Peppa decides to drive the giant truck, but it seems it's not as easy as she thought. Sometimes all it takes is a little push on the gas pedal to start an adventure, even if it's a bit out of control. Finally, the truck stops, and Peppa and George realize one thing. Sometimes, the fun starts with the most random things. A day of house cleaning. Today, Peppa and George's living room is very messy. It's time to clean up. Peppa and George decide to work together. Each one has a job to do to make the room tidy again. It's fun to work as a team. Peppa organizes the books, while George packs the toys away. Not only do they clean up the toys, Peppa and George also wipe the table and sweep the floor. The room is looking brighter already. Wonderful! Working together makes everything neat and tidy. Housework isn't hard when everyone helps. Can you tidy up your own room too? It's a beautiful sunny day. Peppa and George are going to the park with Mummy and Daddy Pig. colorful balloons on the grass in all shapes and sizes. Peppa finds a round red balloon. Red, just like Peppa's dress.
Wow!
George spots a blue oval balloon. Blue, just like the clear sky above. Oh, here's a bright yellow star-shaped balloon. Yellow shines like the morning sun. The balloons float away. But Peppa and George have learned so much about colors and shapes today. Colors are everywhere. Can you spot red, yellow, and blue around you? The coolest car of Peppa Pig family. Daddy Pig is still fast asleep. Peppa and George are already awake. They want to go out and play. There's a phone call. It's Mummy Pig calling from town. Peppa and George rush to wake Daddy Pig. Soon, the pig family is ready to go, driving off in their little red car. Everything is going well until... Bump! Oh dear! The car has hit a sharp rock. Daddy Pig drives carefully to Mr. Raccoon's garage. Mr. Raccoon is very kind. He lets them borrow a new car. The family continues their trip. Mummy Pig joins them in the car, but it's a tight squeeze. The car shakes, makes funny noises, and goes very, very slowly. Finally, they drive back to Mr. Raccoon's garage. It runs perfectly. Everyone laughs and sings as they drive home. Peppa Pig and the Cloud Pillow. Peppa finds a soft cloud-like pillow and hugs it. George touches it, and the pillow glows gently. They imagine floating through the sky on a fluffy cloud. Oh! The cloud carries them past rainbows and soft breezes.
Oh! Oh!
Peppa wakes up smiling, with Mummy Pig watching warmly. Peppa and George were playing in the park when suddenly some balloons started floating in the air. Oh! Both of them decided to chase after the flying balloons, but they kept floating higher and higher. George jumped as high as he could to catch one, but sadly, he still couldn't reach it. Peppa found a chair to climb on, stretching her hands out, but the balloon floated even further away. Finally, one balloon gently floated down near Peppa and George, and they were thrilled to catch it. Peppa and George realized that sometimes the simplest joys bring the happiest moments. Peppa Pig and the Sweet Candy Challenge. Today, Peppa and her little brother George are playing with their wooden blocks. They're having so much fun building tall towers together. Suddenly, Daddy Pig comes in and tells them that there's a special contest happening outside in the garage. The whole
Let's go.
Pig family quickly gets ready and drives off to the event. When they arrive, Mr. Panda is already there, explaining the rules. Today's prize is a bunch of colorful, yummy candies. And the game begins. The challenge is just like the Squid Game. But this time, it's all about fun and laughter. In the first round, Freddie Fox and Rebecca Rabbit are out. In round 2, Peppa runs as fast as she can. With her quick moves, Peppa reaches the finish line first. In the final round, George, Susie Sheep, and Candy Cat cross the finish line side by side. What a fun and exciting game for Peppa. Peppa Pig visits a doctor. It's raining hard today. Peppa and George are stuck inside, not sure what to do. Peppa looks over and sees that George has already fallen asleep. Outside, the raindrops tap tap on the roof like gentle music. Soon, Peppa falls asleep, too. Peppa wakes up needing the toilet, but as she walks downstairs, she slips and hurts her leg. Daddy Pig and George rush to help, and they all go to the hospital. At the hospital, Peppa sits on the examination chair, feeling a little scared. Daddy Pig and George stay close, cheering her up and helping her be brave. Miss Rabbit takes care of Peppa's injury and wraps it gently. Peppa feels better, and everyone cheers happily together.